Hello, and welcome to today's lesson about divisibility. First, let's review some important vocabulary words and terms that you will need to know for today. Factor rainbow. This is a way to show factor pairs in a list of all the factors of a number. A factor rainbow can be used to check whether a list of factors is correct. For example, 1 and 6 multiply together to make 6, and 2 and 3 multiply together to make 6. You can see that every factor in the list of factors for the number 6 has a partner, so this list is complete. Next, we have the term divisible by. We discussed this one in the last video, but as a reminder, if the larger of two counting numbers can be divided by the smaller with no remainder, then the larger is divisible by the smaller. For example, 28 is divisible by 7 because 28 divided by 7 equals 4 with no remainder. If a number n is divisible by a number d, then d is a factor of n. Every whole number except 0 is divisible by itself. Next, we have the word quotient. This is the result of dividing one number by another number. For example, in 10 divided by 5 equals 2, 2 is the quotient. The final term for today is divisibility rule. This is a shortcut for determining whether a counting number is divisible by another counting number without actually doing the division. For example, a number is divisible by 5 if the digit in the ones place is a 0 or a 5. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits, or its digital root, is divisible by 3. We have been studying divisibility rules using our number properties checklist. Now let's review some of those divisibility rules that we have been working so hard with the last few days. These should be becoming relatively familiar to you, and after a while, you should be able to use them without referring to your number properties checklist. First, we have the number 2. Any number is divisible by 2 if it is even. This means any number that ends with the numbers 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Next, we have the number 3. Any number whose digital root is equal to 3, 6, or 9 is divisible by 3. Our third number is 5. Any number that ends with a 0 or a 5 is divisible by 5. Next, we have the number 6. Any number that is divisible by both 2 and 3 is divisible by 6. Our second to last number is 9. Any number that has a digital root that is exactly 9 is also divisible by 9. Our final number is the number 10. Any number that ends in 0 is divisible by 10. Here is today's practice problem. Using only the divisibility rules discussed today, those are for the numbers 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, and 10, find and list all possible factors for the number 30.